Shabbat Shalom. In this week's parashah, Avraham's wife Sarah has died, and we read his first words of lament, ותושב אנוכי עמכם. I am a foreigner and a resident among you. Despite many years of living in one place, in his moment of loss, Avraham feels at once like he is a stranger, and yet he feels at home. The medieval French biblical commentator RASHI asks, why does Avraham identify himself as a foreigner and a resident at once? While RASHI's answer focuses on Avraham's efforts to secure a burial place for Sarah, his question points to an existential issue for us. How can we feel at home in a place and at the same time also feel like a stranger? In Avraham's case, his contradictory feelings may have been heightened by the loss of his wife. Loss may spark within us a feeling of being disoriented. We're not quite able to get our bearings. Our assumptions about life, our identity are called into question when our world is turned upside down by the death of a loved one. But it doesn't take the death of someone you love to know the contradiction of feeling at home and yet feeling like a stranger. In our houses, in our workplaces, in our relationships, we can sometimes feel several things at once, even in the midst of a seemingly normal day, minding our everyday business. The biblical commentator Everett Fox translates ותושב as sojourner. Sojourner captures the essence of being a foreigner and being a resident at the same time. Perhaps we all have a lot to learn from Avraham labeling himself a sojourner. For are we not all sojourners? Constantly in transition, maybe in a place, whether physical or psychological, for a while. But aren't we compelled to move on to the next step in the journey? How do we handle contradictory feelings as we live our lives? Do we allow these feelings to discourage us or consume us? Feeling at home and feeling like a stranger can actually make us humble, for we're all on this earth or in a given place for a limited time. And no matter how hard we try to grasp time and hold on, it slips through our fingers. It's best for us to count our blessings, to embrace the contradiction in our very own existence, to at once be a ger and a toshav, and to do this with grace and humility. That is the challenge that Avraham inspires in us this week. Shabbat Shalom.